So in the last video I posted, I made it very, very clear that we were setting up for the best possible setups at the best possible prices. With that being said, if you chose to take action on the game plan that I gave you for Friday, you should have had a phenomenal green day, making hundreds of dollars, if not over $1,000. Inside of Team Roar, we did end up going 6 for 6 as a collective. We did end up making over a 1000% return with all of the wins combined. We ended up buying call options directly at the market open for a multiple 100% profit return. During the power hour trading session, we ended up buying SPX put options for a multiple 100% profit return. On those SPX puts, we had members making 300 to 400% returns within a span of minutes. With that being said, in terms of this new game plan that is setting up, this is going to be a phenomenal trading opportunity to be making money. The market is currently repeating a daily chart pattern. And with these daily chart pattern levels, there is strategies aligned with these overall levels. So once again, the market is currently giving us the best possible setups at the best possible prices. I'm going to be breaking it down for you. Let's get straight into tonight's analysis. So in terms of Friday, losing, going red should have been a personal choice if you chose to execute the game plan that I've given you. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to be breaking down the trades that we ended up making. In terms of the new game plan, let's get straight into it. The market is currently repeating a daily chart pattern. We are going to continue to milk this pattern until it no longer works. With that being said, I'm simply analyzing the daily chart pattern, and then from there, I'm identifying levels, and then from there, using the levels that the daily chart pattern has given us, I am looking for strategies that we can use along with the 10-day, 30-minute chart. I'm going to break everything down for you. So as you can see right here, we have 3 red bearish daily candlesticks, and then as you can see right here, we have 3 red bearish daily candlesticks. And then you have the red, green, red pattern, the bearish pattern, right? And then you have the red, green, red pattern, the bearish pattern. And then the SPY gaps down, and then the SPY gaps down. And then the next day, as you can see, it ends up bottoming towards the previous day lows, a little bit under, and then ends up topping towards the previous day highs. And surely enough, this pattern that I had pointed out repeated to an exact T. As you can see, the SPY ended up bottoming towards the previous day lows. I made it very, very clear, if the SPY gaps up, for the bulls to shift the trend from bearish to bullish, you need to see 570 breakout and react to support. There was a strong green bullish, green, red, green pattern on the SPY. As you can see right here, this was the level, 570. This is support. The SPY cracked support. It spiked back up. It formed lower highs. That's bearish. This shift the trend from bearish to bullish, and for that pattern to repeat itself, where it spikes back up to retest the previous day highs, I made it very, very clear. We need to break above 570. In terms of the bullish pattern, you can see right here, green, red, green is bullish, and we didn't hit the put zone. So buy call options at 10 a.m., ride it up to the put zone. And then when you see the red bearish 30-minute confirmation at the put zone, buy the puts. And then when you see the red, green, red bearish pattern, buy the puts. And then when you see the lower highs forming at this previous support, buy the puts. The put zone was the exact highs. The call zone was the exact lows. That was given to you a day in advance. I truly do not understand, if you execute the game plan, on how anyone could have possibly lost money on Friday. It was so simple. Now, with that being said, in terms of the new money making game plan, let's get into this, man. This is so simple. If you look at the daily chart, this is the pattern that we're going to be looking at. If the SPY gaps up, we are buying call options, right? So in terms of the SPY, you can see on this daily chart pattern, if the SPY gaps up, we're going to be buying call options, right? And then in terms of where the bottom was towards the upper part of this candle right here. So the bottom could potentially be if we gap up towards this like 571.50 level. So the SPY ended up previously closing at 571.04. That's going to be the new gap. In terms of the extended hours trading session, we are currently having a gap up. So what I'm seeing is a situation to be buying call options on the SPY if we open up higher than the previous closing price. So if the SPY is opening up above 571.04, this is going to be the zone that I am planning to buy call options. Using the daily chart pattern, I'm going to want to be buying call options towards 571.30 to 571.50 to 572. That is going to be the call option zone, right? So with that being said, in terms of the game plan, if we are gapping up, the game plan is to be buying call options. As you can see right here, the main resistance level that I'm interested in buying call options for the breakout play is going to be 572. The level slightly under that is going to be 571.30. That is the overall zone. It's a 70-cent zone. We're going to call it 571.30 to 572. If the SPY reacts to support, forming the green bullish 30-minute confirmations, if the SPY is gapping up, is likely going to be a gap and go where we're just going to be buying call options towards the opening on the dip, targeting that overall zone of 571.30 to 572. In terms of the profit target to sell and lock in profits is going to be very simple. In terms of the profit targets, where I would look to sell the position, it's going to be towards this 575. 575 resistance is where I would be interested in selling those call options if it does gap up, and then we trade it for the gap and go in that situation. So 575 is going to be the overall profit target. Now, if the SPY is gapping up, it is showing there is going to be another pullback and another good opportunity for puts, right? So based off of that daily chart pattern, it's going to try to top towards the previous day highs. So in terms of the first level of interest for put options, it's going to be towards the 575 level. In terms of the next level above that for put options, heading into tomorrow, if we are gapping up, it's going to be the following. If we go to the 10-day 30-minute chart, actually, let's go to the 5-day 5-minute. The next overall level is going to be right around here towards this like 576 to 576.50, right? That is the game plan for tomorrow if we are gapping up. Now, if the SPY is not gapping up, it lacks the daily chart pattern. But based off of this daily chart pattern, the most likely outcome is that the SPY is going to have great dip buying opportunities. So if it's not gapping up, I'm going to be targeting call options at the lower gaps. There's a gap that's waiting to fill at 571.04, and then there's a lower gap that's waiting to fill at 568.60, and then there's key support that will likely bounce first at 565, right? So if it's not gapping up, I'm going to be looking for green bullish 30-minute candlestick patterns towards the lower support levels for the reversal. If you study how the SPY reacts when it's oversold and it forms this red candlestick facing to the downside, you're going to see many times throughout history, which I've highlighted, where it spikes the next day. You can see right here, it has the candlestick facing to the downside and it gapped up, nearly identical to the pattern I just showed you. The next day it bottoms slightly under the previous day lows, and it has a very, very nice spike, right? If you just go back historically on how SPY reacts with that overall pattern, you are going to see many times throughout history where it tends to bottom towards the previous day lows. You can see right here, this is another very similar candlestick. And the next day it bottoms towards the previous day lows, slightly under the previous closing price for a nice spike. So one thing I can assure you, heading into this week, and it's very likely just going to happen tomorrow, the SPY is going to retest this wick. There is a wick that is waiting to hit at 575. You see the wick? The SPY is due for a spike at that overall wick. Based off the daily chart pattern, it is likely going to be happening tomorrow. So I explained to you the game plan for calls if we are gapping up. Now, the game plan is going to be slightly more difficult if we are not gapping up. However, it's going to be to focus on buying the dips, and in terms of the dips, 571.04, there's going to be a gap. In terms of the lower, more oversold, better levels, it's going to be towards this 568.64, right? So keep a close eye on 571.04 and keep a close eye on this 568.64 gap. Keep a close eye on this 567.84 gap reversal, right? And then you have the 565 support. Very unlikely we drop that low heading into tomorrow, right? And then in terms of some bonus levels for the rest of the week, these are going to be the bonus level, right? So if the SPY ends up selling off, this would be an amazing level for calls, 565 and 561.30 for the gap reversal. And in terms of your best level for puts heading into this week, besides the level that I just gave you towards that 575 to 576 range, we have previous support along with a gap, right? So this is going to be a gap breakdown along with a gap reversal strategy. Another reason why this is going to be such a phenomenal opportunity, this is an all-time high gap. This is the highest gap that is waiting to fill above on SPY, right? So just to show you in terms of what it is that I'm looking at, you can see right here, this is support on the SPY, this 575. This is where the bears got trapped, and it had a very nice move to 585, right? So if the SPY cracks this support level and reacts bearish, instead of having that massive move to the upside, it's going to have the inverse. It's going to have a massive move to the downside like it ended up having here, right? So whenever the bulls decide to, turn 575 into support, which likely isn't going to be tomorrow, but once they break above 575, start reacting as support, that's when it's going to start to explode up to fill the gap. And the gap is waiting to fill above at 580. So in terms of this strategy, it is going to be the breakdown and retest along with a gap reversal. And then once the SPY approaches this level, there could potentially be a daily chart pattern that correlates with it reversing at this level. So it could be a triple stack. You never know. We got to wait to see. Now, with that being said, in terms of what we know in advance, heading into this week, we have a gap that is waiting to fill at 580. And we do know in terms of reversals, where you can just kind of get in a sense, you don't even have to confirm it in a sense. It can be confirmed in advance with an automation overall strategy. So in terms of reasonings why this would likely just crash first, what would make that likely where you don't even need a confirmation, you could just kind of get in at this level? Well, if it quickly spikes up in a couple of days to 580, that means it's having an overreaction to the upside. If it has an overreaction to the upside, meaning it spikes just as quickly as it dropped back down, towards this level, if it can quickly spike back up, is likely going to have a reversal. That's an automation reversal strategy, right? So if it has an overreaction to the upside and it goes straight to 580, it's going to be a phenomenal level to buy put options. And then in terms of strategies, it's going to try to reverse the gap. Throughout the past 30 days now, SPY has been reversing at every single gap. Whether it's for the bullish play on calls or the bearish play on puts, it's been reversing at every single gap. And what makes this gap special, this is an overbought gap. This is the highest gap that's waiting to fill above. And in terms of another strategy, it's not just the gap reversal, it's the breakdown and retest. The SPY has support right here at 579.50 to 580. The SPY gapped down, the SPY cracked the support, and it never went back up to this level. So if it can quickly spike back to that overall zone, it's going to be the exact top. You watch. These levels that I'm drawing out will literally be the short-term highs, especially if the SPY can quickly go back up to that level within a couple of days. Remember, for an instant reversal without confirmation, it has to happen quickly. That's what would make it more likely to reverse if it can just quickly bounce back up in a couple of days to this level. If it takes a long time, then it's less likely to just instantly reverse. So in that situation, you're going to want to use a strong confirmation. So if there's a lack of an overreaction, which is unlikely because we're going to have a very volatile week within the overall markets at the levels we're at and everything that's going along, everything that's going on with the election, right? So with that being said, it's going to be an extremely volatile week and the market's going to be on absolutely fucking fire. Now, this zone is going to be your best possible zone for put options. And then in terms of when you get in the zone, you take profits towards 578, you take profits towards 577. So when you're trading out these levels, I encourage you to use confirmations, right? Make sure you're using those 30-minute confirmations. Certain levels that I give you, if you like, you can take starter positions and you can get in. And then once there's a 30-minute confirmation, you can add to the position. Just to understand in terms of automation levels where you just literally get in with lack of a confirmation, it's kind of already confirmed, predetermined in advance. Those are very rare situations. And what I'm telling you is if we quickly spike up to 579.50 to 580, that's going to make it an automation level where you can just quickly get in on the overall trade, right? So those are overall game plans. That's the overall price action. Just breaking down the chart, very, very simple. 580 to 579.50. Gap reversal, breakdown and retest, SPY crack support, never spike back up. What makes it more likely to reverse and you can just get in with lack of a confirmation is if it quickly spikes up in just a couple of days, having a massive quick move to the upside to 580, right? In that situation, if it happens, I'm more likely to just get in with a lack of confirmation. I encourage you to use the red bearish 30-minute candlestick patterns that I've been teaching you at this overall level. In terms of the level below that, 575. Based off the daily chart pattern, the SPY is going to try to drop towards 575 to 576, right? Now, with that, I would make sure that you use strong 30-minute confirmations. That is not an automation level. Use strong 30-minute confirmations. The main automation level is up here, 579.50 to 580, and that it only makes it automated if it quickly spikes up to 580 because in terms of the automation system that I've created, it needs to quickly happen. If it does not have that overreaction quickly, then it's less likely to work instantly. If it's less likely to work instantly, then you need to use a confirmation, right? Certain trades are already confirmed in advance. Another reason why it's already confirmed in advance is because the levels haven't been tested. If the level has not been tested for the first time, it's very likely to work. If it's already been tested, then it's less likely to work. Everybody already knows about the level. It's going to be more of a struggle, more of a challenge. You're going to need to use confirmations, right? Over here, we trade levels before people know that they're the levels. We know the market's going to fucking crash at 579.50 to 580 before it actually fucking crashes, because we know what we're doing over here. So with that being said, levels below that, 576 to 575, put zone, use strong bearish 30-minute confirmations. If we gap up, the call zone is going to be 571.30 to 572. Profit target is going to be in that 574.50 to 575 overall range. And then in terms of levels below that, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to find the bottom if we're opening up flat or gapping down, but the SPY has been reversing at the gaps. So keep an eye on 571 and keep an eye on 568.64. The lower we go, the less I would use a confirmation. The higher we are, use a confirmation. It's going to be more overbought. It's going to be more difficult, right? If we just go to 568.50, I would just look to get in calls kind of automatically. If we're hanging around 571 and you're seeing bullish 30-minute confirmations, you can get in towards the 571 gap, right? And then in terms of levels below that, based off the chart, it's showing that it's very unlikely to hit heading into tomorrow. But on more levels to be aware of is 576.5, we're very likely to bounce. 561, this is a phenomenal level for the gap reversal. Those are the best possible levels in the best possible setups. I can assure you, if you trade at these levels that I've created using all of the 30-minute candlestick strategies that I've been teaching you, everything it is that I've been teaching you, along with what you know about the market, you should have phenomenal green days heading into this week. I'm telling you, we are setting up for a very easy trading week, but you have to be disciplined enough to trade at these overall levels and to trade the best setups and wait for the best confirmations. I told you, in terms of automation levels, the main automation level would be puts at 579.50 to 580, where you can just kind of get in, right? I don't encourage that. I would encourage you to use confirmations. If you just want to get into the level, then take starters. Start size in light, take starter positions, and then scale into the trade if you get confirmations. If you're not getting the confirmations and it's not working out, then if you like, cut it. Make sure that when you get in these trades, you are selling the moves at key resistance levels. I gave you the entire ladder of the prices. Sell into the moves, right? Sell into the moves, set profit stops. If you are green on a trade and you set a profit stop, it's impossible to go green to red. You get stopped out for profit. Move your profit stop higher as the trade works in your favor. Because if the market has a big move against your trade, you're going to get back the bulk of your profits if you don't move that profit stop up. Do what I just said. You should have a phenomenal green week. Now, in terms of Team Roar, my personal trades, I ended up going 2 for 2 on the day. I had a 100% win on these SPX calls, and then I had a small win on these SPY calls. But you got to give credit where credit is due. And G-Roar came back with an absolute vengeance, and he absolutely fucking crushed the market, man. Look at these trades, man. Who the fuck do you know is printing like us at the speed of light, man? Look at this. I give you the perfect plan. And then the first trade on the day, you guys already know. We wanted to buy call options. But who do you know is doing this, man? Look at the trades that we're making, man. We ended up buying 574 SPY calls at 67 cents a contract, man. These calls that we bought at 67 cents a contract, and then we added in the 78 range, because you know us, we like to add to winners, because when we win, when we're up like a small amount, 5, 10, 15, 20%, we like to add to winners, because when we win, we tend to win very big, multiple 100%, 1000% plus sometimes. So we bought these SPY calls at 67 cents a contract. And then in terms of the overall trade, you could see we ended up setting the profit stops in the 100-cent range, right? So when we're up like over 50%, we're setting the profit stops, we're adding into the winners. Literally everything I've been telling you that we're doing, right? In terms of the overall system that we've created. In terms of the calls, we ended up exiting the overall trade. This was a phenomenal trade, man. Look at this. 175, the full play breakdown. This was fucking golden, man. 67 to 200 cents a contract. Do you understand? That's a 200% return at the speed of fucking light, breaking down the full play in real time. Now, with that being said, in terms of the next trade, we ended up buying SPY 575 calls for 57 cents a contract. So we ended up buying calls again at 57 cents a contract, and then they quickly went up to 88 cents a contract. Another phenomenal trade that went up over 60%. And then in terms of the third win on the day, let's buy 572 SPY puts for 59 cents, man. We made it very, very clear to be buying put options once we hit that put zone, which was the exact highs of the day. We bought these puts at 59 cents a contract. And then in terms of these puts, we ended up getting out towards the 90-cent range, man. Do you understand the third win on the day? That is nearly another 100% profit return. And this is where it gets absolutely fucking crazy. You would think with all of that winning in a row that we would stop there. But every single day towards 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m., we have this SPX trading system. Take a look at this. We ended up buying 5,730 SPX puts for 150 a contract. We bought these puts for 150 a contract, and we ended up getting out in the mid 700s, up over 600% within minutes, man. Look at this, man. We had members on that overall trade making over 300% returns, man. We have a member, he's up over $18,000 in the past month trading options with us. So, for those of you who are serious about making money, it's the first link down below within the description. We also have experienced traders. Some of them, they don't trade options. They trade futures. You know, when we buy calls, they trade futures, right? So, 3,374 profit on the prop firm account, right? We have people fucking crushing it, man. I'm telling you, if you're serious about making money and trading alongside with us, it's the first link down below within the description. You truly have to ask yourself, man, who do you know is making this many wins in a row? The highest win rate in the fucking game, making multiple 100% profit returns, buying cheap, low risk, far out of money option contracts, selling deep in the money for the biggest percentage gains, man. We're talking 500, 600% returns within minutes during power hour trading sessions, man. So there's no excuses. I give you the plan a day before in advance. The plan works, the strategies work. Losing, going red is a personal choice. If you want to join the group and trade alongside us and make more money, there's no excuses on why you shouldn't be in here, because the game plans work, the strategies work, the education works. But at the end of the day, you have to execute. We cannot come to your house personally and click the buy and sell button for you. We just cannot do that. You know, we can give you the plans, we can teach you the system, we can teach you the strategies, we can give you the real-time trades, right? But you got to take action, man. If you want to make money, you got to take action. So, for those of you who are serious about trading alongside with us and making money, is going to be the first link down below within the description. I can assure you, with the current setups and market volatility, and with everything it is that we know, this is going to be a phenomenal week. What did I tell you? I told you Friday was going to be an amazing trading day. Shortly enough, we went 6 for 6. All of the trades combined is over a 1,000% return. If you took each trade and put $100 in each trade, you could have literally turned that 100 into each trade into over 1,000 on the overall day, man. So with that being said, it's the first link down below in the description if you want to trade alongside with us. We are known for buying cheap, low risk, far out of the money option contracts. We're known for selling them deep in the money for the biggest percentage gains within the market. We are known for having the highest win rate in the game. And we've created a unique trading system where we quickly add to winners, because when we win, we tend to win big. And then we set the profit stop to ensure that we do not go green to red, protecting our new average cost. And then we move the profit stop higher to ensure if the market has a big move against us, we're going to protect the bulk of our gains instead of giving back the bulk of our gains. The contracts are so cheap and so low risk that this is the only trading strategy that you can use if you're trading with real money, where you can actually risk your entire position size as your max risk per trade. And you're risking so little, you're probably thinking, you know, if I'm risking my entire position size and that's my max risk per trade, I'm not risking a lot of money. So how am I able to make good money on that? You're still able to make very good gains and grow that and compound that account very lucrative percentage wise, simply because the percentage gains are so massive. We're talking multiple 100% profit returns. We're talking 1,000% returns. We're talking about 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in a row, multiple 100% profit returns, adding up to over 1,000% in gains. The percentage gains is the reason why we can actually put in such small amounts and outperform everyone is that you know, not just percentage returns, but also dollar returns. Rich people prefer to do this because they prefer to pay less on their premiums, on their contracts, risk less to make the biggest percentage gains within the market. Now, in order to master this system, you have to be very strategic. You know, you have to know the best times to be trading at. You have to hold your trades longer than people do. You know, a lot of traders, they can never win big because they set stop losses, and we don't set stop losses. Since we're putting in our entire position size as our max risk per trade, it allows us to remove the stop loss. And another edge we have with these far out of the money option contracts is we have the entire day for the contracts to go in the money. So when we're in a dead play, which means we're down like 40, 50% on a play, We have a choice. If we want to cut the position and take the loss, we'll do it. But a stop loss isn't going to automatically stop us out because we prefer to see how it reacts at the overall levels instead of automatically getting stopped out. You know, your stop losses are going to get hunted within the market. We know where all of your stop losses are. That's another reason why we're able to do so well. But removing the stop loss has been a true game changer because when you're trading far at the money option contracts, there are times where you can quickly be down 30, 40, 50%. And then if you just hold the trade, it comes back to life and it goes in the money. And another reason why we're able to make such big percentage gains, because it's not just because we know how to time our trades properly, but we actually hold our trades for long periods of time. If you want to make big percentage gains within this market, you do have to hold trades. And then you might be wondering like, well, how long do you have to hold these trades? Well, you know, sometimes it's hours. Sometimes it's an hour to 2 hours. But for the vast majority of the time, it could be around like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So not very long. But there are some trades where we do hold for a couple hours and it goes in the money and it's massive percentage gains, man. So it's different each trade. But in terms of the morning session, you don't have to hold very long. You could leave runners throughout the day if it's a bullish or bearish trend day. And then in terms of the power hour trading session, it's literally only 30 minutes. We'll be holding trades sometimes just for like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, making the biggest percentage gains within the market. So if you want to surround yourself with people who have mastered this overall system, is the first link down below within the description. You will gain access to my trades. You will gain access to Gior's trades. You will gain access to Uncle Tio's trades, Keaton Win, Forbes 30 under 30. With that being said, we have 2 multi-millionaires in here. If you want to join the group, it's the first link down below within the description. I can assure you, this is a money printing machine. You understand? We are literally turning the iPhone into an app where you can open it up and it's just a nonstop money printing machine. All we do is print money. Nobody can shut down our money printing machine. It's just nonstop fucking printing over here, dude. I'm looking at all the fucking gains and I'm saying, dude, we just ran up 4 wins in a row, multiple 100% profit returns. Who the fuck is doing this? Who the fuck do you know is doing this? The gains are so fucking massive. So like I said, man, the cutting edge system is very simple. We do not set stop losses. The trades are so low risk that you can literally put in your entire position size as your max risk per trade. Truly game changing to be able to do that. Since your entire position size is your max risk per trade, you no longer need a stop loss. Look, if you want to use a stop loss, by all means use it. It's just while you're getting stopped out when it drops 20, 30, 40%, we're holding. And in my experience, when we fucking hold, 7 out of 10 times when we're down 50%, it goes in the money. And we sell in the money. We make big fucking profits doing that. But if you want to use your little stop losses and get stopped the fuck out, good luck with that, dude. We're trading far the money option contracts. If you're trading far the money option contracts, the worst decision you can make is to use stop losses, especially if you're trading during the morning or during the power hour trading session. Within the span of 30 minutes, the market can flip with such a big volatile move, and those contracts can go in the money. So if you're in a trade and your timing was off by a couple minutes and it drops 30, 40, 50%, well, it can go up 100% plus. Within minutes, it can change at the speed of light. But how's it going to change if you get stopped out? And why are you worrying about getting stopped out if your entire position size is your max risk per trade? Whatever you put into the option contracts is literally the most you can lose. And if you're putting in your entire position size as your max risk per trade, then why are you worried about losing your max risk per trade? And sometimes it's going to make sense, logically, if it's at a certain level and we're getting a certain confirmation, to cut the loss. It is. But I don't want to get stopped out. I want to actually see how the SPY reacts in that situation. If it's reacting the way I want it to at that level, I want to hold. I don't want to get automatically hunted for a stop loss. That's not fucking trading. That's just fucking people trying to manage risk with stop losses. I want to actually see how SPY reacts at the level. Well, if I'm in fucking calls and this is at a level where it can potentially crash and it makes sense to sell, what if it reacts bullish? Why don't I get to see what if it reacts bullish? If I set a stop loss, I'm stopped out. Fuck the stop loss. Remove the stop loss. Size in lighter, and then that's going to put you in a position where your entire position size is your max risk per trade. You can't do that anywhere and make good money because I'm telling you, man, the percentage gains are always going to beat the people who are taking massive position sizes, using tight stop losses, and selling for small wins. Telling you that those small wins are going to add up. But over here, we know how to trade. We know how to hold for long periods of time. We don't use stop losses, and we make massive percentage gains. So in terms of this system, one thing in terms of like traders who are new to it, they're not used to this, dude. I'm telling you, man, right off the bat, when you join this group, a lot of people, they're not used to holding for big wins. A lot of traders, they're used to losing. You know, they're used to setting a stop loss. not holding for a long period of time, and they're used for selling quick, right? So all these fucking people telling you small wins are going to add up, what they're doing is they have massive accounts, right? If small wins are going to add up, the only way to really manage your risk is to have a massive account, unless you're just going to put in your entire small account and try to make a small dollar gain and use a tight stop loss. Dude, you're going to get stopped out all the fucking time, and you're risking so much of your portfolio. You're not even going to be able to make a lot of trades on the day. The only way to do this is with a cash account, right? I'm not getting into the prop firms, but if you're trading with a small account and you're trading with real money, the only way these days is far the money option contracts. This is the only way. And to use a cash account, you can make many trades on the day. Part of being a successful trader is being able to make many trades on the day. It's not about taking massive position sizes, selling for small wins, and trading less. No, you're not going to get anywhere with that, dude. If you use a stop loss, you don't know how to hold, you aim for small wins. A lot of the reason why people aim so small, one, they don't know how to trade, they don't know how to hold, and they're sizing big. Anybody who takes a big position size will use a tight stop loss to manage their risk. Unfortunately for them, they will never be able to win big. Who the fuck is going to hold a big position size? If you're risking a lot, that means that you need to set a tight stop loss, right? And since you're risking a lot, odds are you're going to get stopped out very, very fucking quickly. And they sell for such small baby wins. You can't hold a massive position size if your stop loss is going to be that tight, man. You're just going to get in and out, and it's not going to add up. I'm telling you, dude, if you're serious about growing a small account, or if you're serious about just gaining access to the best fucking system within the market, it's the first link down below within the description. If you want to trade alongside with us, it's the first link down below within the description. I'm telling you, there's nothing like this, man. You come in here, you're going to see we hold trades for longer periods of time. We do not use stop losses. We do the complete opposite of what everyone else is doing. And that's one of the reasons on how we're able to win, because we're doing the complete opposite of what everybody else is doing. All these people telling you that small wins add up, they're all full of shit, dude. You need a large account, and it's just fucking stupid. Why the fuck would you want small wins in the first place when you can win big? Like, if you don't know how to trade, if you don't know how to win big, then it's okay to say that, you know? But once you gain experience, you're going to realize, dude, holding for bigger wins and having this system on far the money option contracts where I can size in less, I can risk less, I can have this cutting edge system where I can just hold my trade throughout the entire day, I can come back to life, I can sell in the money, right? And you have options. Options give you options, but far the money option contracts give you the most options within the options market, right? So this is the best thing you can truly master, and it's going to take time, man. I'm telling you, it takes time for traders to adjust to our format, and it's not going to be for everyone, and that's completely fine. But I can assure you, we have many, many members in here making $500 a day. We have many, many members in here making over $8,000 a day. We have some members in here making over 5 figures a week. We have 2 multimillionaires in here that are well known. And then we have other millionaires in here. They're anonymous. Nobody knows about them. They don't even talk in the fucking chat. They're just anonymous, and they just take the overall trades, use them for their confluence, and follow some of the trades, right? So if you want to join us, it's the first link down below within the description, and you're going to be experiencing something new. And this is a completely different trading style compared to everyone else. Like I said, man, we're actually holding the trades for longer periods of time. We are not using stop losses. We are adding to winners. We are selling moves. We are setting profit stops. We are moving profit stops higher. We're doing the complete opposite compared to what everybody else is doing. Like I said, man, you have to really ask yourself, in terms of this system, who the fuck do you know that is doing this? It's just so fucking simple. We are in call option right here. As you can see, man, this is just such a simple fucking trade. I mark it open. I give you the fucking blueprint. This is how we start off the first day of November. This is how we start off. 574 SPY calls, 67 cents. We buy calls at market open. The entire trend was in our favor. And then once it flipped bearish, we switched to fucking puts, right? So we buy calls at 67 cents. What do I tell you it is that we do? We add. When do we focus on adding? To winners, right? So these are the quotes. The quotes are moving, right? So we're in at 67 cents. The price is still at 67 cents, 69 cents. You have time to have your option chains open and ready and get it on the fucking trade, right? We can't click the button for you. You have to click it yourself, right? So right here, we're adding 78 cents a contract. We're adding to winners. Why the fuck are we adding when we're up? Because we're going to win big. Do you understand? This isn't a group that tells you 5, 10, 20% returns are good. Over here, that's shit. If you have 5, 10, 20% returns, that's absolutely shit over here. Over here, this is the big leads. This is the top tier. This is the highest level of trading. Understand? There's groups. There's the bottom feeders. They don't charge any money. Very, very cheap. You want to surround yourself with those type of people? By all means, that's your fucking choice. If you're looking for the big leads, if you're looking for the top, if you're looking for the fucking A-list, it's over here. It's your fucking life. It's your fucking account. It's your fucking choice, dude. I'm just putting you on to the game, right? So in terms of the game, we add to the fucking winners, and then we trim into the fucking wins, selling the fucking moves. We set the profit stops, man. This is all set in stone clear. Set the fucking profit stops. We're up over 50 fucking percent. We added to the fucking wins. Protect your fucking gains. Set the fucking profit stop. And then it went all the way to 200 a contract, man. And then we switched to puts accordingly. And then, like I said, I had 2 trades on calls. I had this phenomenal trade on SPX calls as a 100% gain. And I had this small win on SPY calls. But with that being said, man, this was a fucking amazing day, man. Everybody should have been on calls, man. You should have been in on call options. In terms of that game plan that I gave you, you should have looked at the pre-market chart and you should have said, the trend is reversing. What did William say? William said, if 570 has a break above that, that means that the trend is shifting from bearish to bullish, and it's likely going to break above 572 and then go to the put zone 574 to 575.50. If you looked in the pre-market, we had a break above 570. We went all the way to 572, and then it dropped and turned 570 into support, which is bullish, and then it formed higher support at 571.50 right before the market opened on the 30-minute chart. It's like, dude, you should have been in on call options. And then another confirmation of buy call options was the green, red, green. This was confirmation of buy call options at 10 a.m. Green, red, green, SPY's at 573. The next level is 575. Buy the fucking calls, sell the fucking rip. And then what do I tell you all the time? When we hit the put zone, red bearish 30-minute confirmation. Buy puts on the opening of this, SPY's going to try to drop back down to retest the wick. What do I tell you all the time? We're at the put zone. Red, green, red pattern. Buy the put option. Right here, previous support, cracks, lower highs, red and bearish. It's sitting at the lower highs for 90 fucking minutes. What do you think it's going to do? It's going to try to drop, man. It's going to try to drop, man. That was literally the confirmation that that daily pattern was going to repeat to an exact fucking T. The pattern that I gave you was so fucking simple. It bottoms towards the previous day lows, and it bottoms towards the previous day highs. And I told you, if it gaps up, look for the 570 reversal. I made it very, very clear that if we break above 570, that's going to cause a shift in the overall trend to go to 575, right? 570 is support, SPY cracks, forms lower highs, reacts bearish. That means the bears are gaining control. They're still in control of the trend. For the bulls to shift the trend, they need to turn these new lower highs into a breakout level and form support, which it did in the pre-market with all of this highest fucking support. It's like, dude, trading is so fucking simple. But at the end of the day, I give people the plans, I teach them the strategies. But when it comes down to the trades, man, the ones who create the strategies, the ones who create the system are always going to be the ones who trade the absolute best, man. My trades were fucking great on Friday. But you got to give a big shout out to G-Roar, man. He was on fucking fire, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, who the fuck do you know is doing this, man? Like, we literally give the best possible trades we can possibly give you. We give you the game plans and the strategies so you can be self-sufficient and make money. You know, we don't want people coming in here if they have no fucking clue what the fuck they're doing. Like, I give you the game plans. I give you the education to be self-sufficient, to make money, right? Making it a situation where it's just like, dude, there's no fucking excuse. You should be making money. You should be getting results if you're not in here. And then if you want to trade alongside with us, you literally get to see us execute what is that we're doing in real time, man. Like, who the fuck are you going to be able to find trades like this? 67 cents to 200 cents a contract, 150 cents to 750 cents a contract. I'm telling you, there's top tier, there's A-list. This is what it looks like, man. For $10,000, I will personally wire any single person who could find me someone who is printing like us, man, because I'm telling you, it does not fucking exist, man. These kind of fucking returns with our fucking win rate does not fucking exist. And this group is something that is truly special. 98% of traders who trade farther money option contracts end up losing money. At the end of the day, if you're trading with real money and you have a smaller account, there's no other way. This is the best way possible. Farther money option contracts, they're cheap, they're low risk, and they give you the biggest percentage gains. That means that you put in less, you risk less, and you outperform everyone, not just percentage-wise compounding your account, not just percentage-wise on the trades, but also in the dollar gains. It doesn't matter if you're putting in small amounts into these contracts because the percentage gains are so fucking big. And another key to being a successful trader is you have to actually trade, and you have to make multiple fucking trades as a fucking day trader, right? So if you're sizing in big on your trades, You're not going to be able to make multiple trades on a fucking day. You're going to use up all your fucking cash in a cash account. And I already told you, if you're trading with a small account, the only way to do this is with a cash account. It's not fucking margin. 3 trades over a 5-day fucking rolling period is not going to get you any fucking results. You will not get any fucking results. You will not be able to trade competent within this market. When the market has these rapid fire trading opportunities, I literally tell you in the video, we're going to trade both ways. We bought the fucking calls. We bought the fucking puts. We traded both ways. You need to be able to make multiple trades a day to capture that overall move. 3 trades over 5 days is not going to do it. Fuck the margin account. Cash account, you're not going to be able to fucking trade if you're sizing in big. So the solution is fire the money option contracts. There is no other solution for you if you have a small account. So I'm putting you onto the game. We've mastered price action. We've mastered charts. We can trade anything. I could trade fucking futures. I could trade fucking penny stocks. I could trade fucking shares. I could trade in the money option contracts. But like I said, when it comes to A-list, when it comes to the top tier, the highest level of trading with real money, it's fire the money option contracts. There is nothing better than this. This is a real style of trading. Yes, you can know what you're doing, have an extremely high win rate. This is a trading style. This is not gambling. This is a real trading style. Everybody has their own trading styles. Some people, they like to go in the money and they like to put in massive position sizes, set tight stop losses, and sell very fucking quickly. The only people who could do that and manage the risk accordingly and actually get results are people with large accounts. And I already told you, the people with large accounts who know how to trade, they prefer to pay less, risk less, and make the percentage gains. They let the percentage gains do the work for them. The less money you put in, the less you're risking. In this situation, you can actually risk your entire position size. Where else can you do that? Where else can I say, dude, my entire position size is my risk per trade? If I lose everything in this position size, that's my max risk per trade. And every trader has a max risk per trade. Except with ours, it's our entire position size. It's such a small fucking risk that allows us to make such big dollar gains because the trades are so fucking big percentage gains. That's the name of the game, man. Percentage gains. I'm putting you onto the game. I'm putting you onto the system, man. Look, if you're serious about making money, click the link in the first link down below in the description and come trade alongside with us. I'll show you, man. We're going to be printing nonstop at the speed of fucking light. This is going to be a massive month for us. I can assure you, man. This month, we're going to be on absolute fucking fire. We're already starting off as best as we can possibly start off, man. Look, what other trader, what other group do you know of did this on Friday? That's what we did on fucking Friday. The people you follow, the people you know of, are they doing this? With all these fucking wins in a row, multiple 100% profit returns, timing the fucking trades perfectly? As soon as we get in the fucking contracts, they're just going up 100%. I get it. When we're in a dead play and it drops 50%, it comes back to life 70% of the time and goes into money and we hold. I get it. But the vast majority of the time, we just time our fucking trades perfectly, man. Like these SPX fucking puts, 150 to 200, 215. Like, what's the fucking excuse? They're at 170 at 3:47 p.m. 3 minutes later, 3 whole fucking minutes to get into the trade, they're at 170. And then 750 3 minutes later. Do you realize that's fucking 300% fucking returns in 3 fucking minutes? Who the fuck do you know is doing this? We're the greatest ever to fucking do this, man. So if you want to see what the real deal looks like, if you want to see what the greatest ever do it looks like, if you want to see who the fuck prints like us looks like, it's the first link down below within the description. I can assure you, you are not going to be able to find anything else out there like this, man. If you want to see what the big leads looks like and you're ready to join the big leads, it's the first link down below within the description. We give you the opportunity to make money before you join the group. We give you the opportunity to do that by giving you the best plan. We educate you so you can become self-sufficient. We don't want a bunch of fucking lost people in here who don't know what the fuck they're doing. We're looking for traders who are actually implementing what it is that I'm teaching you in a sense. You know, if you're learning from the videos and you study our trades, you're going to start to see the trades that we're making. You're literally going to start to get our strategy. It's going to start to click along the way because you're trading alongside with us. If you want to learn how to trade, you have to actually trade. Isn't that crazy? You have to actually trade if you want to learn how to trade. And if you trade alongside us and you watch the videos, you're going to start to see everything it is that we're doing in real time, and you're going to start to get it in real fucking time. All the videos are going to start to fucking clicking. And it's just different when you're doing it in real time and you're making money with it in real time. But like I said, man, at the end of the day, the one who creates the levels, the one who creates the strategies, that's always going to be the one who's best at doing this, man. So like I said, our trades are always going to be the best. You can study and you can learn from us, but I genuinely do believe we're always going to be the best at what we are doing because we're the ones who created this whole fucking curriculum. So with that being said, if you're serious about joining us and you would like to trade alongside with us, right? I'm looking for people who've been taking action, who've been getting results, who've been implementing the plans, who've been implementing the strategies. If that's you, you're becoming more self-sufficient and you're looking for a group to join, then join the group. If that's what you're looking for, so first thing down below within the description, we're looking for action takers. We're looking for serious people. We're looking for people who want to make money, man. We ain't looking for no lazy people who ain't implementing nothing, who ain't learning, who ain't executing on this stuff, man. I give you the plans. I give you the strategies. If you're gaining value from this channel, I would encourage you to join the group. If you're not gaining any value, if you're not implementing the game plans, if you're not implementing the strategies, then this is just not for you. We're looking for people who want to be self-sufficient in that sense and who want to take accountability and take this into their own matters, man. We give you the best trades possible. That's what traders do, man. Traders trades, and at the end of the day, we give you the best trades possible. So it's the first link down below within the description if you'd like to join us. With that being said, we're going to absolutely crush it heading into the market tomorrow.